good, everyone? It's your boy Santo G, back at it. You already know, spreading unity, prosperity, and respect above all. So today, I wanted to just give you guys another story of a situation that happened, and they pretty much came to me for advice, and I helped them get through it and resolve the situation. But before we get into it, if you're new here, do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and if you like this video, hit that thumbs up. Check out some of my past content. I guarantee you it's going to be lots of good stories, knowledge, wisdom, just entertainment overall. You could listen to it on your way to work, while you're at work, while you're on your break, or when you just get off work, you know what I mean? Just chilling at home. Or if you're one of those people that work from home, whenever you get the little free time, you can check it out. So today I wanted to talk about the homie Chivo from Lennox, you know what I mean? I don't know whatever happened to my boy, but I know when he landed there in Sat this was when I already had moved with the homie Scrappy and I had the building right there. And pretty much he got there from another CCF. He had got there from Delano MCCF. He had went on a little mission right there. So he gets to B yard to B3. He gets there late at night. He's in a B pot. He ends up being bunkies with the homie Chango from Northside Bowling. So boom, he ends up going in there, and you know what I mean? I'm always on point because there was always buses coming either late at night or early in the morning. Because right there in B Yard, it was pretty much a reception hub. If people that were going across the street to the camp, they would go right there first, get classified, and then they would get kicked across the street. So he came in with those people. And the first thing, you know what I mean? He sees me, I walk up to him. He had a big ass L on his face. So I'm like, ooh, who's that? Boom, walk up to him. Like, you know what I mean? Hey, you know what I mean? What's up? Introduce myself. And then he's all like, oh, okay, you know what I mean? We chop it up for a little bit, like, hey, you know so-and-so, you know so-and-so, you know what I mean? Oh, tell him I said mine, you know what I'm saying? The whole wah-wah. So he leaves. He leaves. The next thing you know, he calls me to the bars. He's like, hey, he's like, come here, G. Like, what's up? He's like, hey, I gotta tell you something, bro. He's like, and this is just me. I like being honest, and I just don't want to feel like I'm hiding anything. He's like, look, right now I don't have my property, but once I get my property, I have all my paperwork. He's like, on my 128G, it's gonna say that I have a 288. It was a 288 with like a lower A or something like that. He's like, but it's not what you think it is. It's not a rape. Like, I didn't rape nobody, bro. He's like, what happened is, he's like, I was in a abandoned hospital over there in Lennox with a little breezy. He's like, I was 17 and she was 16, and she was giving me head. And the rent-a-cop showed up and he caught us and he called the Hura. So we got busted he got busted for oral copulation in public. You know what I'm saying? I looked it up and that's what it said. It said oral copulation in public. So, like, damn. He's like, look, you know what I mean? It's not what you think. Woo, woo, woo. So I'm like, all right, G, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to take your word for it, you know what I'm saying? But as soon as your property comes, like, I'm going to need to see all that, you know? I'm going to need to see everything. Like, so he's like, all right, for sure, you know what I mean? Like, I appreciate you, woo, woo. So about a couple of days go by, he gets his property. He gets the whole police report. I read everything. You know what I'm saying? So I end up going. I talked to the homie that had the whole yard. You know what I'm saying? Because I was just overseeing that building, helping the homie oversee that building. So I go and I get at the homie, you know what I'm saying, that had the yard. And I'm like, hey, look, the homie just landed here. He has this situation, but look, check this out. As soon as he got here, he straight up told me the situation and explained everything to me. He wasn't hiding anything. He's not trying to hide anything. He's trying to let you guys know. So that way, you know what I mean? There's no type of error, you know what I'm saying? Because he knew the severity of stuff that came from it, you know? But I give it to my boy, you know what I'm saying? That's why I'm saying his name, you know what I mean? The homie Chivo from Lennox. I give it to him because he held it down. He had just went on a holiday, he said, in the other prison because the fool that was there, didn't want to deal with it. You know what I'm saying? He read everything. He knew that the homie was in the right, but just for him having that, it's like, and he didn't want to deal with it. So the first little thing that came up, he sent him smoking. And he ended up landing there with me. Now he's our problem. Not necessarily problem, but yeah, you know. So I end up going. I talk to the homie. He ends up calling whoever he needs to call, and he's like, hey, they said leave him alone, bro. They said that he's good. You know what I'm saying? So I end up going back, and I tell the homie like, hey, I just got the homie from Southside Bakers, the homie that had the yard. He's like, he said that you're good, fool. That don't worry about it, fool. You know, like big ups. You know what I mean? You had Gora for even disclosing this. You know what I'm saying? So pretty much, like you straight. So what ends up happening is once in the middle of all this, some other fool ended up having to get regulated. So I just told him like, hey, that's your chance. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you want to shine, you want to get in better good graces, like do that boobop for me. You know what I'm saying? So he didn't hesitate. I went up there and boobop some food for me. And then that way, when I went out to the yard, like, hey, remember the homie Chivo? Like, hey, old boy's in good, even better standings. Like, he just helped me with a boobop earlier this morning. So, is that right? Like, yeah, little homie got Gora. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a solid homie. All right, cool. So, as long as I was there, they left him alone. Once all that stuff ended up happening with me, because he was in my building in B3 when he first got there. I tried to keep him there, but they ended up sending him to building 2. So he ended up going to building 2. I stayed right there in the building. But I know, like, once they boop, bow, bow, they jumped on me. I know if my boy Chivo would have been there in the building with me, that fool would have jumped with me. It would have been a 2-on-2 versus them just packing me out. You know what I'm saying? I know, I heard that once I left and they ended up jumping on me, whoever ended up taking over, they ended up pushing the issue on them. And I don't know if they ended up moving on them or what ended up happening, but I don't know, you know what I mean? If anybody knows what's up with my boy or my boy Chivo, if you're seeing this, you know what I mean? Much love. West out, my boy, you know what I'm saying? And the homie Mono too. I didn't even tell you guys. Before I got removed, like, boop, bow, bow, bow. I was on my bunk watching TV, and the little homie Mono came up to me. He had an L on his face too, in cursive. Chivo had it like a big old English one, and Mono had it in cursive. But before all that happened, Mono actually came up to me and gave me a heads up and gave me a fierro. I'm not even gonna cap. You know what I'm saying? He came up to me, he gave me a fierro. He sat down and he's like, here, fool. He's like, hey, these fools are over there talking about you, fool. He's like, I think they're gonna move on you right now. Like, what? He's like, yeah, fool. He's like, they fools over there plotting on you, boy. He's like, I heard your name, so I just stood on the tier, ear hustling, and they're gonna come move on you right now. He's like, here, fool, get this. If I'm lying, I'm dying, man. Bullshit you not. He handed me a fierro. And I just got it, and I looked at him. I'm like, is that right, boy? I'm like, nah, you know what, here. Like, you know what I mean? I don't need that. Like, we good. I knew that they weren't going to blast me because I knew I didn't do nothing. So I'm like, nah, I'm not going to make it bigger and start blasting them, you know what I mean? So I was just like, fuck it. It's going to be hands, so I could take it. Sure enough, went down there, boop, bow, bow, bow. You know what I'm saying? And your boy hit the yard and, you know what I mean, ended up getting them taken care of because what they did was a bad call. I just wanted to share this with you guys as far as helping the homie Chivo stay on the yard because of something he did when he was a juvenile. You know what I'm saying? So y'all be careful, you know what I mean, when y'all want to do stuff in cars and out in public and stuff like that, that will ruin your career. You want to pee out in public, even peeing out in public, I believe if they want to be dicks and push you on it, they can get you. You know what I'm saying? So y'all be careful. It's your boy Santo G. Shout out Killer Kush. Unity, prosperity, and respect. Above all, man.